Hi everyone, my name is Gagans, and we're here today to chat about professional funny man and music historian Kyle Gordon and his second full-length album, Kyle Gordon is Wonderful. If you're unfamiliar with Kyle Gordon, you've probably seen him online somewhere on Instagram or on TikTok or on YouTube. His videos are all over the place, and his attention to detail covering genres of music all over the shop is wonderful. This second album plays like a VH1 countdown of the most wonderfully ridiculous songs of all time. And before each track, there's a little introduction about the artist themselves who he portrays. What's amazing about Kyle is his attention to detail. He takes these genres and absolutely owns them. It's amazing. And this album is set up, like I said, VH1 countdown style, so you get an introduction of each song where he mentions who the band is, who the artist is, which is, of course, him, but he jumps through these genres so seamlessly and with such precision. I mean, obviously he lived through a lot of the genres that he performs, but the attention to detail, the layering, the humor behind it all, and highlighting what made those genres either fascinating or just popular in general is mind-blowing. He really takes you back in time. It feels like you're either watching TRL or waking up at 3 in the morning with those greatest hit CD commercials on the TV blaring at you. Coming in at number 10, Giovanni Ice, Girl of the Heart. Big hair, huge sweeping anthemic choruses, and those perfectly punchy, stabby synths. Lyrically, it's got the whole like desire, fire kind of thing, which, you know, it's like a generic 80s dance track, if you will, but it sounds like something that would play during a workout video. Like if you put the VHS tape to like work out in the 80s, this is what would get you going. Coming in at number 9, Cody Redring and the Broken Hearts with We Will Never Die. It truly captures that hey-ho era of the early 2010s. It's wild. It sounds like Fun and the Lumineers and New Girl and How I Met Your Mother all wrapped into one. The optimism, the jokes, the playfulness. This would have worked so perfectly on a playlist at Books A Million in 2011. It just transports you back to those nights that will never end, the parties that won't stop, and you're being young and doing a thing and being adorkable forever. But in all seriousness, if this song was released in 2011, unironically, it would have been a smash hit. Crawl to Me comes up next, and this is just new metal goodness, man. It sounds exactly like Limp Bizkit and all the stuff that was happening around that time. It's insane, and I've used that word several times, but it is insane how accurately he captures that spirit, because, like, you know, the song itself has that, like, you know, kid denied mozzarella sticks and sent to their room energy, and they're writing, you know, angry aim away messages. The fat guitar sound, the gentle creepy picking, the huge chorus. This thing really has it all, including a Bill Clinton outro. What? The brutal call out to celebs at the time was, you know, very trendy, and it happens today too, but the nu metal thing loved that back in the day. And then you get the record scratching. The chorus itself, like I said, it's just delicious on the ears. It sounds exactly like something that would have come out back in 2001. Satan Will Molest You, a classic by Elmer Sunday and his Blessed Heirs. This is one of those anti-rock and roll, anti-sin songs that would have come out in the late 50s, early 60s. And it's reminding you that Jesus is the answer, and those sinful ways, don't do those sinful things. Okay? The picking is expert, the twang in his vocal is spot on, and the Satan screaming solo is an album highlight. Check that one out. Up next, here's the 70s classic from the Polyesters, I Love Cheating on My Wife. It sounds like a Spinner's B-side or something. The wah-wah pedal effect, the syrupy strings, it's got that, like, it's okay kind of feel. Obviously, it's not, but, like, a lot of the songs back then were like, hey, we're doing sexy stuff, it's the 70s. The passion in his vocals, the rubbery bass, and there's a bridge section that sounds like Michael McDonald. Everything wrapped up to make this into a early 70s Philly soul classic. Up next, there's Penn Stiller with When Will College End? Never. The Darien, Connecticut shout out is hilarious. But it sounds like everything from that early 2010s, like LMFAO, Kesha 303, Asher Roth, like the big fuzzy synthy thing, with a little sprinkling of Blink-182 in the chorus. The excessive swearing, the flexing, the Four Loko, the nonstop partying, it's just every toxic bro that you went to college with. Up next is Oh My Boy by Felonious, and this one, it's insane. The crisp, tight, dry production of the beat of this song is perfect. The rapping on top of the girl singing the chorus. If this came out back in the day, there would have been a slow motion video. It would have been on TRL for like 15 weeks at number 1. This would have been massive. Also, the mention of a Pioneer radio and the PS2, like a Pimp My Ride kind of thing, Love that detail. And then who could forget Selecta by I'll Be Wobble. The mix of like gibberish with actual lyrics and the super Britishisms like the chip shop or trainers. Wonderful. Trixie B on the chorus, the super precise delivery and flow, the articulation in that flow lands every single time. The horn sample sound, the big dreamy chorus, everything that made those songs pop off back then is here. And I'd like to read off my favorite quote from this song. With the bum to the boom boom, boom dee boom, boom with the boom boom. I felt that when he said that. My Husband's Ghost This Christmas comes in at number 2, but on the record he says number 9. It is the 9th song on the album. But did he mean number 2? Because we're doing a countdown, so I'm assuming he meant number 2, but he says number 9. Maybe I'm reading too deep into this. It starts off like a huge, Bonnie Tyler kind of song in the 80s, or Meatloaf or Heart, those huge 80s vocalist kind of tracks, and then becomes this like speed rock thing. It's about this woman wishing her dead husband's ghost would come back for a crazy night of fun, and the kid ends up seeing the ghost, and it's like, hey, are you here for me? And the dead father is like, no, just my wife. I'm home for the holidays. And then coming in at number 1, every 1950s song, for some reason, by Johnny Tornado. This thing shreds along, and all the best 1950s rock and roll goodness you can imagine. He's doing the Little Richard Woo, there's a huge guitar solo, and lyrically it's about all the creepy weird stuff people sang about in the 1950s, like marrying a 13-year-old. Beyond being a musical comedy album, the attention to detail and the skill and the talent behind this record is truly something to admire. You can tell that Kyle has studied music his whole life. He's been a musician for a long time. He knows how to play these songs, and he's been watching and observing and cataloging in his brain the context in which the era of these songs existed. He appreciates and remembers in insane detail the cultural significance of these tracks. If you weren't around when Limp Bizkit was a big band, you missed that whole era where like everything they did was public and all these songs were just huge. All these call-outs, like it was just how music was back then. So he brings you back in time. It's like you're watching one of those I Love the 80s shows or TRL again and falling in love with all that stuff that you heard back in the day that was so prevalent, but now it's like a weird distant memory. This album truly is wonderful. Have yourself an epic night. I'm feeling a strong
hee hee ha ha. A strong hee hee ha ha. Get it? 'Cause it's a comedy album? Is that not enough for you? All right, we can give it a light 8. Light 8's fine. It's fine. Transition. Have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best. You're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Kyle Gordon. Oh, forever. He's a funny guy.